Skip the confusion. This quick guide shows you exactly where to file a trademark and how to get started with Brand Registry on Amazon. I'm Josh Hackett, CEO of EHP Consulting Group. Let's dive in. So here's the quick steps to file a trademark. You're just going to do a trademark search. Then you're going to do the trademark filing on the USPTO website. Follow the right class. Make sure you monitor it and resolve any issues that come up. And then you're going to get that approval and you're good to go, right? But I'm going to be showing you exactly kind of what to do and how to do it. So for the trademark search, you can do it two ways. You go to uspto.gov and then you go to search our trademark database. This is where you can actually search different trademarks that are related to yours. There's another way that you can do it, and that's going to be via Trademarkia. This one's a little bit of a faster way. So for example, if you were trying to launch your own trademark like Super Armor, you want to look, are there any competitors that have Super Armor? What are keywords that are related to Super Armor, right? Baby Armor, Super Armor, Strong Armor, Under Armor, right? All these brand names that you want to think about when you're doing a trademark search, right? What other brand names are there, and do they have the same class as you? So if you're selling something called Super Armor and it's actual armor for your body, that's going to be a different class than this one. This one is for distilled spirits, aka alcoholic beverages. So if you filed a trademark for this and yours isn't alcoholic beverages, you could totally get the trademark. It has to be a different class. So if it's in a different class, it's free game pretty much, if that makes sense, right? So this one again is called Super Armor, but it's for cell phones. This one's for moisture curable clear coating. That's why you can have multiple trademarks of the same exact trademark, but in different classes. Just like Amazon, there's the Amazon Forest, Amazon website, right? So different classes, different names. That's kind of something like it if you can wrap your head around that. So after you're done the trademark search, again, the main goal of the trademark search is to make sure that no one has the same exact name or name that's similar to your product in the same class. If they do, then you need to be ready to dispute that, because there's going to be something that comes up when the examiner examines your trademark. So if you did Super Armor and you did it for distilled spirits, they're going to say, hey, there's already a Super Armor for distilled spirits. You can't file this trademark, or you need to dispute it and be like, oh, I filed the wrong class, and change your class, things like that. So that's why people hire a attorney. Usually it's that trademark search that is the most difficult to do and time consuming. But you can do it yourself using ChatGPT and other items and looking at and seeing if someone's copied your trademark already. Here's an example of someone who did not do the research. Theirs is called Under Armour, and it's athletic footwear, which we all understand Under Armour. Now theirs is spelled different than Under Armour. Under Armour is with a UR, but they're definitely not going to get approved. They're actually going to have a lot of disputes for this, and there's a 99% chance that the USPTO is not going to let them have a trademark for this. But once we do the trademark search, number 2 is going to be writing down some of your competitors. Who are your competitors on Amazon that are already brand registered, right? So maybe it's Under Armour. Maybe there's somebody called Body Armor and you're trying to launch a orthopedic shoe. Instead of Body Armor, yours is called Shoe Armor, right? Maybe it's like a super tough shoe and you're like, this is our competitor, Body Armor. How did they submit their trademark? So you can see they're live and registered. What you're going to do is once you find some competitors, you can actually copy the exact way that they submitted it, so that way you submit it right. You can also hire an attorney or hire us, but what you're going to do is click on them, and this is Trademarkia, and you want to review the USPTO. So click View on USPTO, and it's going to take you here. You're going to go to the document section, and then you're going to scroll down until you see their application. This shows you exactly what they submitted to get this registered on the USPTO. So it shows you their serial number, their mark. They put standard characters. They put yes. The mark consists of standard characters without claim to any particular font size. So if yours is shoe armor, which is different than body armor, right, then you could put this as well. And here's their owner information, their corporation. They also you have to submit a specimen. So let's see what their specimen looks like. There it is. There's their specimen. So that way you can submit a specimen that's similar to theirs, and you'll know it's approved. There you go. Here's their specimen. So not too difficult. Now here's the attorney's name. Here's the information. Again, if you wanted to hire the same attorney. And then how much it costs them. It costs them $325 to submit this. And then you can also double check to see if they had any disputes. Specimen, snapshot, publication, they didn't have any disputes. They got this approved. It looks like pretty quickly. So you can look through all of the documents it took to get them approved on this. Let's see, notation to file. Actually, they did have to have, looks like they needed another specimen, kind of going through this. So you can actually see what they did and look at the documents. And it's not that difficult once you do that. So once you found a competitor that's pretty much the same as your product, you did your trademark search, now it's time to pretty much essentially mimic their application and then submit it yourself via the USPTO. So again, you're just going to go to the uspto.gov, trademarks, apply online, and you can submit the entire application online, and you can just pull up your competitors to see what they did to get it approved. Make sure you look at all of their documentation to see if they did make any changes, and if they did make any changes, you want to note those, right? Once you submit it into the USPTO, you want to wait and make sure. Sometimes it takes 3 to 5 business days, and then your trademark finally shows up in the USPTO system. So once it's in the USPTO system, you should be able to look it up by registration number. So you can put the registration number in, and it should show up on the USPTO. Let's say this is yours, it should show up. Again, 3 to 5 business days, because it has to at least show up in the system and say that it's pending approval. Once it's pending approval, you're going to go to brandregistry.amazon.com. If you don't have an account, you're going to create an account. This is different than Amazon Seller Central, okay? So if you put in your Amazon Seller Central username and password, it might not log you in, so you might have to create a new account because this is separate, all right? So once you're in here, you're going to click the Enroll a Brand button. Then you're going to click Enroll Your Brand. After that, you're going to fill this out. So it's going to ask for your brand name. Just type it in. Upload your brand logo. And then you're going to put your registration or serial number. So right now, you're only going to have a registration number, right? Amazon's just going to trust you. Even though your trademark's not approved, they will allow it. So you're going to put your registration number in it, verify it. Now, you only have to fill out the required categories on here. So all the other things that don't say required, you do not have to fill out. It's just going to help you get approved if you do fill them out. So right now it's asking for a product. You can put your ASIN in here. But again, this one does not say required. So the sections that don't say required, remember, most likely you don't have to do. If you do have to do these sections, or you want to add them, like, and you're like, oh, I don't have a brand name, how can I put it? Just make sure you have your listing, and your listing has images of your brand name on your title and in your bullet points and on your first image and things like that. If you have a website, that will help. And then any other e-commerce. It just helps you get approval. Now, the hardest part that I see people getting wrong is going to be the product images. So if we're selling this right here, this Nero gum, and let's say our trademark is Nero, right here, it literally says Nero, okay? What you're going to do for this product images part, and again, this is the hardest part for people to get approved, is you want to get your cell phone, you're going to take pictures with your hand in the photo, every single section, right? And then your trademark on the item cannot be a sticker. It has to be like permanently on. See how I can't scratch it off? It's not a sticker. That's what you want. And you want your hand in the photo, or else Amazon's gonna think it's like a 3D image and they're not gonna approve it. Make sure you take pictures of all the sides of your product, and then they'll approve it, no problem. You're gonna click next. Once you submit those, click seller, vendor, or neither. If you don't know what you're doing, just click seller. Distribution information, after you do that, I'm just going to click no. This one's optional, so I'm going to skip it. and then no, and then click submit. Once you submit it, it's going to go into a process, and they're going to send an email like this with a special verification code. You're going to get that verification code. You can see it right here. It's very, very blurry, but they're going to send you an email from Brand Registry, brand-registry.confirmation@amazon.com. They're like, okay, here's this special code. Give us this code in Brand Registry. And if you don't know, if you didn't receive the code, you're like, where the heck did the code go? The code, if you go to the USPTO, you go to your trademark, you go to status, you're going to click attorney and correspondence information. They're going to send it to most likely either one of these or all of these. So whoever's on here, sometimes they just send it to the attorney. So you have to copy the email address or just the correspondent and say, hey, did you receive a special code? It looks something like this. They're going to check, make sure they check their spam. Once they get that code, they're going to give it to you, and then you're going to give it to Amazon. So you're going to log back into Brand Registry, and then there should be a button to submit the code. If it's not there, you're going to go to Brand Support Case Log and see if it's there, or contact Brand Support and say, hey, I have a trademark code. Who do I submit it to? And they'll tell you exactly where to submit it. Once you submit that code, then you're going to be brand registered, and you can click access to selling benefits, and then give your Amazon Seller Central account access to all of the selling benefits to sell on Amazon. Now, this does take a lot of steps, but pretty much the USPTO, if you do know what you're doing in filing trademarks, it usually takes us 24 to 48 hours to actually file it. And the USPTO, sometimes it takes 2 to 3 days for them to actually show up in the system. Once it's in the system, you submit it to Amazon, and then Amazon takes another 2 to 3 days to actually send that email. So altogether, you're looking at between 24 hours to 7 days to get this up and ready to go. It happens fast sometimes, but sometimes Amazon's slow, like during the holiday season. But that's it for today's video. Are you planning to file your own trademark soon? If so, drop yes in the comments below. If you learned something new, drop a like, and if you're an Amazon seller, I highly recommend subscribing to our channel, because we're giving away great content that's going to help you in your Amazon journey. And of course, if you need any help with increasing sales, getting your own trademark, feel free to contact EHP Consulting Group. Not only do we specialize in this and have better prices than attorneys, but we also specialize in Amazon, which goes hand in hand with Brand Registry and trademarks. The link is right in the description to contact us or schedule a call. Also, one of our #1 services is our full A to Z Amazon account management service. This is where we'll fully manage your inventory, calling Amazon, customer service, advertising, increasing sales, and much, much more. The benefit of this service is so you can spend time working on your business instead of in your business every day, like calling Amazon for hours on end just to fix an issue, or trying to do brand registry yourself. Let us do it for you so you can save time, money, and of course increase your sales with EHPconsultinggroup.com. I'm Josh Hackett, CEO of EHP Consulting Group, and I'm signing out.